Well, hi there, Ross here from DGTV, and as you can see in my hands, I've got the new Jaws Raw Wedge family from Callaway. They're available in store in July. You can talk to your teams all around the country now. If you want to be the first to grab a set of Jaws Raw and put them into your bag to sharpen up your short game, well, you can get in store and talk about that now. I'm going to take you through the key technology, the key updates, and the features of why you might want to consider putting a set of Jaws Raw in your bag. Here's the black plasma. This is the Jaws Raw Chrome. Absolutely inspired by the great Roger Cleveland. You can see the R on the hosel there. Anything with the R on it from Callaway means that Roger Cleveland's DNA is in that product, and there is no more better representation of Roger Cleveland's wedgemanship than in this product right here. I can't wait to test it out. Thanks for joining us. Let's go and have a hit.
Let's take a look at the aesthetics of the Jaws Raw family. On the left, you can see the Jaws Raw Chrome. On the right, you can see the Jaws Raw Black Plasma, both featuring raw face technology. The Chrome is a chrome plated with that raw face, and then the Black Plasma, well, it's totally raw, but obviously both feature that raw face technology. Available in a number of bounce and grinds. You need to get in store if you want to get fit for a set of wedges. To understand which bounce and grind might suit you, whether you're right hand, left hand, or women, there is a model there to suit your bag and game. This is Callaway's most spinning wedge ever made by Roger Cleveland. It's got 37-degree wall angle, so a very wide groove, and also micro grooving groove technology. So you can see those little micro mill grooves that are placed at 20 degrees from the face. They're designed to give you even more purchase on the ball, create more friction spin when you are playing those short game shots, those little greenside control shots where you need to get the maximum spin. Of course, raw face technology, what does that do? Raw face, it's designed to rust, patina. It's going to color in a way that tour professionals really do prefer. You see a lot of tour pros with rusted wedges. Well, they like that. So Callaway engineers have given us that in this raw face. But having a raw face allows the grooves to be as close to possible as the ball and create the most friction spin that we can possibly get out of a Callaway wedge. One of the key features is the wet weather performance, spin performance goes up when we have a raw face, up to 32% more spin over the previous model. So there are the benefits of raw face. It's the look, that muted look, it's the spin performance, and the way that the engineers allow the groove to get on the back of your ball to create the most friction spin. Really important stuff. The other important stuff when we're talking about wedge performance is that CG, the weight, the balance of the club, how it performs in various strikes, various playing conditions. Really important. First thing, tungsten. Tungsten weight have been used for the first time ever in a Callaway wedge. You can see in the lob wedge, there are 2 tungsten weight ports in the toe. In the sand wedge, there is 1 tungsten weight port. So when that club is open, a little bit of misstrike, it's designed to give you the best possible performance when we've got a little bit more weight towards the toe to minimize the loss of spin and loss of ball speed on missed strikes. But the other way that the engineers have helped us to achieve that is having variable hosel lengths. In the lob wedge, we've got a longer hosel, so it places the weight up a little higher to give you that shot versatility for that low spinning wedge shot or that high lob shot, whatever you need. But they've got the longer hosel on the lob wedge, and they get shorter as they progressively go up towards the gap wedge, etc. Once again, the CG is placed by the hosel to give you the maximum performance in your shot making, as is the Callaway toe pad. And that's a third element of CG positioning that allows the engineers to position weight in a way to give you the best possible strike and spin performance on the short game in the Callaway Jaws Raw family. Then when we move to the other really important part, that's that bounce and grind. I talked about 17 options. Well, you can see the new Z grind. It really is the lower bounce option with a grind that's designed to make this wedge playable in a variety of conditions. It'll be very popular in the bags of the tour players. But once again, as I said, get in, get checked out, and find the bounce and grind that's going to suit your game conditions and your shot making type. There's the S grind, it comes back, it's a very versatile grind. The X grind, we've seen that before in Callaway. And then if you need maximum bounce, depending on your game and conditions, you've got the W grind. So a really versatile choice of grinds and bounces there in the Callaway Jaws Raw family. A wonderful looking family of wedges, and really something there. If you're a Callaway player or you're looking for a new wedge to sit in your bag, well, you really want to check these out. Let's get out on course and check it out in and around the green.
At address in the playing position, you can see Roger Cleveland's influence and the changes over the previous models, and where he's adapted the shape, it really is tour inspired, and you can see how Roger's influence and DNA is all through this wedge. It looks fantastic at setup. Can't wait to hit it. One of the things that you're always looking for when a wedge is performing in all conditions and all types of shots is how it performs out of the rough, and I always like to test it in and around the longer grass just to see how much spin control you actually get. And certainly from what I can feel in the few amounts of shots that I've hit is that the spin control off this new raw face is exceptional. You know, there's a bit of debris, it's a little bit wet, getting in between the ball and the grooves, and that's really is the spin killer when you've got your wedge game happening. But this really is performing really well on these little short-sided green side shots. As you'd expect, I'll just go to this pin over here. Try not to hit that fella. In the hole. This is the S grind, as I said before, and really is a beauty around here in the sand belt. A little bit of leading edge relief here, still with 10 degrees of bounce and a nice profile through the midsole here, and a little bit of trailing edge relief. So I can really see that if you're playing in firmer conditions, sand belt, firm bunkers, that this 10 degrees S grind might be the one for you. But as we've said, there's a whole range of 17 loft and bounce combinations in the new Jaws Raw family. So that's what you need to check out. What I'm enjoying when I look down at this club here is that straight leading edge that Roger's designed in the whole Jaws Raw family. That's come directly from his tour players, giving him that feedback, giving Callaway engineers that feedback that they like that straight edge. He's put it straight into this. And let's see if we can just pinch another one up there nice and close. I'm gonna try and use the bounce a little bit. Bounce is your friend. This certainly will help me. That's a good example, the bounce. You could hear the bounce hit the ground before the ball, but I've still popped it up there nice and close. So good. It's been an absolute pleasure showing you the Jaws Raw family for the very first time. Very lucky to get an exclusive first up look on the new product. Available in stores in July, so you can start talking to your teams at Drummond Golf Stores all around the country now if you need to talk about your requirements for the Jaws Raw wedge system in your bag. It's been a pleasure having you down here at Spring Valley Golf Club in and around their course in the chipping area. I look forward to showing you the next new product on DGTV. Until then, play well.